You're listening to the Functional Marketing 101 podcast, episode number 4.
Welcome to the Functional Marketing 101 podcast, where it's all about you developing the mindset, belief, and online marketing and sales processes to get your coaching business to 6 figures and beyond. And now your host, functional marketing coach, award-winning author, and a total online marketing geek, Donna Joy Usher.
Welcome to this episode of Functional Marketing 101, and today I want to talk to you about the secret sauce to your online marketing strategy. So in the last episode, I went over my overall strategy and the system at play, but there is one thing that without this, nothing is going to work. So I want to ask you a question. Do you ever find yourself thinking, there's already so many other coaches out there who are already helping people, why am I even bothering? Or perhaps for you it sounds like this is stupid, I'm never going to make this work. Or maybe it's, I'm just not good enough to make a real difference. Nobody's going to want to work with me. People are going to laugh at me or ridicule me or say horrible things. They're going to see straight through me and know that I am a fraud. If this is you, I want to tell you that you are not alone. All of us at one stage or another feel like this. All of us suffer from our own version of fraud complex, especially when we are first starting out and we lack that confidence and that self-belief that we can get from results. Once we get some clients under our belt and start to develop the belief in ourselves and our processes, it does start to get easier. But even then, at each stage of growth within your business, these nonsensical thoughts can return. The problem comes when we allow our own discomfort to be more important than the needs of those people that we can help. I'm going to say that again one more time. The problem comes when we allow our own discomfort to be more important than the needs of those people that we could help. You see, by letting those thoughts control our actions and ultimately self-sabotage our results, we're not going to help all those people out there who desperately need our help. And you wouldn't have become a coach if you didn't want to help people, right? Which means that for you to have the biggest impact possible and to create a ripple effect that echoes out across the world, you need to stop worrying about your own discomfort and start concentrating on your client's pain instead. Forget about everybody else. Don't worry about all those people that you went to school with but no longer keep in contact with. Don't worry what they're going to think when you do a live video. I mean, who cares? There's obviously a reason you aren't in contact with them anymore. And don't worry about what your friends are going to say to you. If they are good friends and they love you, they're going to be supportive and cheering you all the way. People who throw rocks because it distracts them from having to look at themselves. Are you going to let that sort of person stop you from helping as many people as possible? Of course you're not. Your job as a coach is to get out there and to help those people, not to worry about what somebody you don't even know is going to think about you. I want to tell you a story about when I had published my first book. It's called The 7 Steps to Closure, and no, it's not a coaching book, it's a chick lit book. And one day, about a year after I'd published it, I realized that I was starting to get all these reviews on Amazon. So I started reading them, and there were heaps of beautiful compliments from people saying how much they loved the book and how it had made them laugh so hard. And then I came across this 1-star review. And this was not just a flippant 1-star review, it was a vicious attack on not just my book, but on me personally. And it was somebody I didn't even know, had never met, lived in a different part of the world, and yet they were nasty. And I was so devastated. I can remember closing my computer. It was like, whoomph, all the energy just went out of my soul. I was meant to be writing. I was working on my next book, but instead I went for a walk on the beach, and it was a really windy day, and there was a good thing that there was no one around. I think it was quite stormy because I shed a few tears and I felt totally sorry for myself and miserable. And I was so impacted by it that night I just lay on the couch in front of the television and I felt hopeless and helpless. And I was at that point where I was deciding not to bother writing anymore. Can you see when I say that how ridiculous that was? I mean, I chose to ignore hundreds of 4 and 5-star reviews and instead concentrate on that 1-star review over all of those. I mean, crazy, right? We all like to be liked all the time. Our primitive brain wants it like that because if we are liked, it is less likely we're going to get kicked out of the tribe and more likely that others will actually fight to keep us safe. And our primitive brain is wired for that. It's wired to keep us safe. But the truth is that being liked 100% of the time is not possible at all in life. You can be the nicest person in the world and somebody will decide not to like you. And that's about what's going on in their head, and it's their right and their choice to hate you if they want. The question is, are you going to let the haters dictate the life you live? Or are you going to ignore them and allow your light to shine out into the world anyway? You're going to let the light shine, right? Awesome. So now that brings us back to you. Because if you are ready to ignore all the haters, then you are going to be the worst critic that you have. Are you going to let those annoying little thoughts stop you from creating the business that you desire, from being a difference in the world, and from helping as many people as you can? Of course not, right? It's time to get over yourself and to get on with helping those you train to serve. Which means it's time to start building your online business the right way so that you can start to attract those people to you that you want to help. It's time to put yourself out there where they can find you and to keep showing up till their pain becomes bad enough to make them commit to help. One of the reasons I started training as a hypnotherapist was because I knew from watching how my own mind worked that very often the biggest threat to our success is ourselves. And so one of the tools that I have created to help with this is a self-guided meditation that is designed to help you forge a path in your mind between where you are now and where you ultimately want to be so you can confidently do what you need to get there. Our mind does not know the difference between reality and what we imagine is true. So when you train it to do a certain thing, it will. And this meditation is going to help with that. If you want this meditation, all you need to do is go to my podcast resources page and click on the button where you'll find the Future You Alignment meditation. So go to donnajoyasha.com/resources to get this meditation. So the aim of this meditation is to allow you not to be in discomfort, be able to comfortably move forward doing what you need to do as you grow your business online so that you can go on to shine and to be the beacon that is going to help as many people as possible. So in the next episode of Functional Marketing 101, I'm going to talk to you about the number one thing you need to be creating within your online business. I look forward to talking with you then. Hey, if you enjoyed listening to this podcast, you have to check out my Facebook group, The Fully Booked Coach. It's a place for coaches wanting to grow their business so they can change the world and create their own dream life in the process. You can find the link to join on my podcast resources page at donnajoyasha.com/resources. I'd love to have you join me and I look forward to seeing you there soon.